So in this video, we're going to get into debunking narratives and talking points within the Passport Bros movement, as usual, as we do on this channel. Let's get into it.
I would like to take this time to talk to the Passport Boys. And if you are unfamiliar with who I'm referring to, these are the brothers who have made it a point to go outside the country to find wives because American black women are just too difficult to deal with. They won't submit, etc., etc.
And this narrative is completely rooted in generalization because of their so-called few experiences, bad experiences that they had with black women. So they are generalizing the entire group of black American women, all, I believe, 22 million of them, maybe 24 million, however many millions it is. They're generalizing the entire group of black women, black American women, based on the few negative experiences they had with them. That is a completely foolish generalization to make.
First thing I want to ask is, why? You do realize women outnumber men 3-1. I believe there's 170 million women in the country of America. So you mean to tell me out of all 170 million, you can't find one American woman?
Silly as that narrative sounds to the average person with common sense, the fact that all these Passport Bros think this same way is very juvenile. So you mean to tell me that every single American woman, all 170 million of them, won't fit into your program? They're all toxic, they're all masculine, they're not feminine, and all these other terms that they promote. It's silly.
That is going to give you what you want? With all the dating technologies, with all the dating apps, with the technology, with the internet, you mean to tell me you can't just go across state lines and find you a wife? And second of all, it really doesn't sound like you're going overseas to find love. It seems like you're trying to go overseas, find a woman that you think is dumb, train her up and groom her to be a submissive housewife so you can walk all over her.
That is exactly why Passport Bros tend to gravitate towards the prostitute type of women when traveling overseas.
It doesn't really sound like you're looking for a wife or a love. It sounds like you're looking for a slave that just does whatever you tell her to. But I want to let you guys in on a few things. I watch 90 Day Fiancé religiously. Love the show. Love the show. And one thing I see on 90 Day Fiancé is that when the people go overseas and they find love and they bring them over here, it doesn't happen just like that. They may be able to get them over here, but they may not be able to keep them over here because that takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of paperwork. Do you have that much time to spend on somebody? And let's say you go through all that and you make it through to the other side and she's officially an American citizen and y'all can get married. There's no guarantee she's going to stay here. There's always a chance that a law might get passed where she could get deported.
And I will add in the fact that Passport Bros like to promote going to her country, going to the woman's country, migrating over there instead of bringing her back over here. But the problem with that is that most Passport Bros aren't ready to become traditional men. Even in the U.S., they're not traditional to the women here in the U.S. So they aren't even ready to become traditional men when overseas, when interacting with other cultures. When those women overseas require something of them, just like American women do, when they require something of them, then they'll just toss her to the side and go to the next girl, go to the next woman. You know, just toss her to the side when a woman requires something of you. That's very juvenile. You need to grow up with that type of mentality.
Also, let's say you go over there. Let's say you want to go over there because you fell in love with their country. You do also, again, realize that you're going to have to abide by the customs of that country. You have to throw away all your American shit out the window because in some cultures, they don't believe in PDA. So you can go get a kiss from your wife outside if you want. You might get shot in the face. Also, in some countries, the father gives their daughter away to a man. And the man who wants to marry that woman has to pay a fee. And you don't know what their currency might add up to in $1 million. It may cost like 500 kugels in whatever country you're from, but that might equal out to 50 grand in America. Do you have 50 grand?
That's yet another valid point. The traditions that they do in the U.S., such as requiring women to go 50-50 for everything, that's not going to fly overseas. A lot of these Passport Bros love begging American women to pay 50-50. But that's not what a true traditional man would do. So like I said, they're not ready to become traditional men overseas because they're not even traditional in the U.S.
Also, the way you guys talk about women on TikTok, y'all do realize those foreign women hear you, right? TikTok is not just in America, it is an international thing. And those international women that you want so bad, they hear how you talk about women and how stupid and how ignorant you sound.
That is exactly how the prominent passport bro Austin Holloman got ran out of Brazil. When the local women heard the stuff that he was saying on his TikTok, on his YouTube channel, and the other platforms, they gathered together and publicly called him out, to the point that local media stations, local celebrities, even some local politicians were calling him out and calling out the sexualization that he was promoting towards Brazilian women. But it's not just Austin Holloman, it's a lot of these passport bros. When they travel to the Dominican Republic, to Thailand, to Colombia, to Brazil, and any other country, they love to promote sexualization towards the local women and acting as if they're just so easy. And that's exactly why they travel to certain countries, because of the perceived easy women.
So do you think they're going to want you? Are you willing to take that L to get rejected in more than one country? And last but not least, there's no guarantee that that person is going to be with you for the right reasons. How do you know that that person just doesn't want a green card to get into America? These are all the things I suggest you guys think about before you guys rush to other countries because you're just sick of black women. That is all.
That is exactly what it boils down to. Their self-hatred towards black women. They think they're getting back at them by getting with all these foreign prostitutes, but it's just making them look silly in the process. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned to the channel. Thanks for watching.